Happy Sunday night. Welcome to On the Pen. You are on the pen. That's why you're here. And I'm man on the Mounjaro Dave Nap, coming live on a Sunday night. We don't do this too often where I go live on a Sunday night. But I like to, when something really grinds my gears, when something really kind of gets me going, I like to pop on if I have a few minutes. And I like to talk a little bit about it. And I read an article today. So, this article was really, really one of those articles that you read and you're like, I have to respond to this. I have to say something. And it, like most articles that come out on GLP-1s these days, it's clickbait, it's sensational, it's all the things that frustrate you. But this one was something that frustrated me particularly. So yeah, I want to go through it. But first of all, if you are here and you're watching tonight, if you could hit that like button so that other folks will see this stream, we would love for other people to be able to see what we're doing here at On the Pen. There's so many of us who are using the pen, whether it be Ozempic or Wegovy or Mounjaro. And the pen is an excellent tool, and it's helping us to control our diabetes. It's helping us to bring our weight down. It is a phenomenal tool. And of course, because it is such a phenomenal tool, it's being villainized in the media. And that's why we're doing this stream tonight, to combat some crappy news. So Creamy Jalapeno, Jen, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining. I'm glad you're able to make it to the live stream tonight, impromptu live stream, as we do sometimes on this channel. So yeah, I read an article tonight, and that article is, I'll just kind of show you here. So why experts worry that the magic in new weight loss medications carries a dark side. So we're talking about the dark side of Mounjaro tonight. We're talking about the dark side of GLP-1s, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot more sensational than this, but here we are, right? So this article, I've kind of broken it down into about 10 bullet points. You gotta love this. We're referencing the opioid epidemic in an article about GLP-1s. But yeah, so spooky and ominous. Yeah, right. Exactly, Jen. This article is just one more example of clickbait, of just junk information that's designed to sensationalize, that's designed for clicks. I mean, everything is designed for clicks. And in a world that's designed for clicks, you know that it's going to be sensational. You know that it is going to probably be misleading, and this does not disappoint. So I'm just kind of go through. I made some bullet points on this article. If you want to read it, you can kind of see what the article is here. From Yahoo News, why experts worry the magic in new weight loss medications carries a dark side. And I'm just going to kind of go through, my takedown of this article, kind of bullet point by bullet point. So it starts off by talking about how weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy and Mounjaro can help someone lose 15 to 20% of their body weight, with Mounjaro even more. Which is, it's accurate information. And if people's attention span is what they say it is, maybe that's good. Maybe that's good that they can hear that information right off the bat, and they won't dive too much deeper into this article. But if you do dive too much deeper than the first few paragraphs, that's kind of where it gets ugly. But they go on to say that these drugs are more effective than previous weight loss methods without surgery, which is also accurate. But this is where it gets ugly, so I've got 10 bullet points here. This is the third one. Some doctors, psychologists, and eating disorder experts are concerned about the long-term use of these medications. All right. So I think it's fair to say that most, Most doctors, psychologists, and eating disorder experts are far more worried about the obesity epidemic than they are about the long-term use of GLP-1 medications. I think that that's a fair statement, but it's not as sensational, right? They go on to talk about how the common side effects are nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation. Certainly, at some point in your journey with your GLP-1, you have probably experienced some of those. But if you are somebody who deals with obesity, you'll give me an amen in the comments when I say that these are a small tax we must pay to utilize a tool that is literally changing the game when it comes to treating obesity, right? I mean, these are very mild side effects for most people. The clinical trials will show you that. Anecdotes on social media, these groups of thousands and thousands of people that share these, these are mild side effects experienced by, a minority of people that take these medications. And typically, if you're going to experience these kind of side effects, they're going to be early on in the dosing of these medications. You're probably not going to tolerate it well all the way through. But typically, if you do experience them early and they're mild, they go away. As you titrate up, if you experience some of these side effects, you might experience them at first as you titrate up, but that seems to be what folks typically experience on these GLP-1s. So it talks about the psychological toll of weight rebound after stopping these drugs and how that could be damaging, as if those of us with obesity haven't been on the roller coaster of weight loss and weight gain for fill in the blank amount of years. I mean, are you freaking kidding me here? I mean, you have to be kidding me at this point. At this point, we're going to write an article that talks about the psychological toll of weight rebound after stopping these drugs. If you're an obese person, you have likely gained and lost weight your entire adult life, or the majority of your adult life. So to say that that's a major concern with these medications is beyond ludicrous. It's beyond ludicrous, and infuriating to read. It goes on to say that these companies are making these medications are working actively to convince people that they need them, which has raised concern about their influence on doctors and education. Okay. Okay. So we've got an article that is so ignorant that it is arguing against medical and pharmaceutical intervention for probably the biggest epidemic facing the United States. You literally have to be kidding me with this. You literally have to be. I mean, obesity can lead to hypertension, high blood pressure. It can lead to type 2 diabetes. It can lead to sleep apnea, to heart failure, to arteriosclerosis. Major, major, major issues go along with being obese. And this article seems to be arguing that these evil pharmaceutical companies are trying to convince obese people that they need these medications to fight obesity. What a bunch of bunk. I mean, I literally, I understand that this is clickbait. I understand that in the race to get clicks and to meet profits, you have to put out sensational information. That's what gets clicks. I'm a YouTuber in an ever growing space with people who are trying to get clicks for the same video about how to inject Mounjaro. I get it. You kind of have to find a way to stand out to get clicks. But the way that you stand out is not to be fake news, to not put out just crap for the sake of putting out crap. And that's exactly what this article is. So it goes on to say that weight loss drugs are not a cure. And for many people, they have no actual illness. So in a way, you could argue that there are people that are taking GLP-1s, drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, that are trying to lose the stubborn 10 to 15 pounds of body fat. But you know why people think that? You know why it's easy for the media to make that case? Is because the second somebody in Hollywood jumps on this with their 80 million followers on social media, it seems like they're the norm. But are they really? There are far more people in this country that are battling obesity and the conditions that come about because of being obese than there are Hollywood actors taking this to lose 10 or 15 pounds. It's such a load of crap, but it gets clicks, right? So I'm going to pause and take a breath because, frankly, my blood pressure probably requires it at this point. If you are here and you're joining this channel for the first time, I'd love to hear from you. Please put it in the chat and let me know that you're here. Also, if you're enjoying this stream, if you're enjoying me grinding my gears here live on the tube, would you put it in the chat? Would you also like this stream so that the message gets carried far and wide? We want to debunk the fake news. In fact, I usually use this for my On the Pen Lives, which is a weekly live stream that we do here on this channel on Thursday nights. We do it at 9 p.m. Central. We do it every week religiously. There is a playlist linked in the description of this video, and you can go check them out. And we typically use this bumper for that. But we call it Take Out the Trash Thursday. We're taking out the trash on Sunday today. We're taking out the trash because there's so much nonsense in this article. I just could not. I could not jump on and talk about it.
News. You are fake news. You are fake news. You are fake news. You are fake.
This is some serious fake news. Sorry. If I had somebody here running the soundboard, that would have been a lot more smooth, but what are you going to do? Typically we talk about fake news on that weekly live stream that we do, but this is so over the top with the bogus crap information that I had to jump on. I want to say hello to Creamy Jalapeno, to Sandra, to Stu, YouTube. Thank you for being members of this channel, Sandra and Stu. Thank you, Creamy Jalapeno, for joining the stream. Love it when you can make it to these live streams. We need a fake news emoji and a triple chicken sandwich emoji. Done and done. You know what I'll be up until midnight doing, Sue, for sure. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. And please, if you're new, I would love to know that you're new and that you're here. Just say hello in the chat. I would love to hear from you. So this, there's actually more. Believe it or not, there's more crap in this article. It goes on, and it says, it's not clear whether weight loss medications will result in improved health outcomes. You've got to be freaking kidding me. Let's just talk about Wegovy for a second. So Wegovy is designated for people with a BMI of 27 or higher with an existing obesity related issue, right? Or a BMI of 30 or above, right? And we can argue all day about the BMI. It's a broken system, but it is a metric that we can use as a yardstick to say probably somebody who falls into this category, on balance, the people probably could benefit from some weight loss, right? I'm not here to argue the BMI or defend it, I should say. I'm not here to defend it in any way. But I will say, if you are a person that struggles with obesity, which is typically defined by the BMI, you are going to benefit from a health standpoint to lose weight. And I don't know that you can argue against it. I really don't. I mean, how can you argue against people who are chronically obese and you talk about everything like sleep apnea, like hypertension, all these things that are so taxing not only on your metabolic system but your cardiac health. It's just a cascading effect, and you're trying to argue that it's not clear whether these even help you from a health standpoint. What a bunch of crack. Exuberant says first time here and heard that there was free pralines and ice cream. Yeah, 100%. There is free pralines and ice cream somewhere. So that reminds me, I'm not a sweets guy, but I do have family in Charleston. And if you ever go to Charleston and do the night market and walk through Charleston, there are fresh pralines. And I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you. I think it's like caramel and nuts or something. But the smell, it smells like a Yankee candle when you walk in downtown Charleston. That's my experience with pralines. I don't even know that I've ever had one, but it smells magical. So yeah, that is just an amazing statement. So it's not clear whether weight loss medications will actually result in improved health outcomes. You've got to be freaking kidding me. So they go on to say the drug companies, particularly Novo Nordisk, so they're going after Wegovy because obviously Wegovy has the designation for weight loss, and it's the cream of the crop when it comes to approved FDA treatments for weight loss right now. They said they've been building their products for years by hiring leading obesity medicine doctors and lobbying heavily to get insurers to cover the cost of weight loss medication. What an absurd thing for them to do, right? I mean, like, you've got some companies out there that are actually trying to fight this epidemic in a different way, in a way that we haven't fought it historically very well. Diet and exercise, diet and exercise, diet and exercise, diet and exercise. And when it fails, so many of us, it's just it's ludicrous to vilify these pharmaceutical companies for arguing that there might be a tool that you can put in the hands of somebody who struggled with obesity that may help them to beat it. It's nonsense. If this is infuriating to you, if this is driving you nuts in the way that it is, put it in the chat. Let me know. I mean, I probably get too worked up about this stuff. I mean, knowing that it's clickbait, but it's just so frustrating to read because, like a following like Yahoo, you've got millions of people that are going to read this article, and how many minds are going to be shaped by this nonsense. And finally, it actually references the Obesity Action Coalition, and it says it's an industry group that says it fights stigma and it's supported by drug companies. As if the Obesity Action Coalition, which is fighting for change in the way that obesity is treated, especially when it comes to healthcare and medicine, is somehow this tool of big pharma. I mean, this is probably the biggest crap article that I've seen on the web so far, and that's why I jumped on to do a live, to grind my gears about it, to rant. This will land in the GLP-1 rant playlist. That's where this will ultimately land for perpetuity. But it's just so frustrating to read this stuff, and I feel like right now we have about 2,300 subscribers on this channel. It's nowhere near the millions that will read the articles that are spit out by Yahoo News or fill in the blank. But we can do our small part in our small corner of the world here, and that's why I like to get on here and grind my gears about it a little bit. Creamy says, I appreciate you and others that were willing to come online and talk about the drug and how it's working for you. I tend to be a skeptic, but because of every other weight loss trick that's been fed to us for decades, I would have never tried it otherwise. I'm so glad to hear that. And I know that there have been, so I'm despite my hairline not that old, I'm getting older, but I'm 37, and in my lifetime, everything that has come out for weight loss treatment from a pharmaceutical standpoint has been really some sort of stimulant, it seems like. even to this day, before I was prescribed Mounjaro, I was prescribed phentermine. And as somebody who's been on ADD, I've been on different medications that are stimulants for ADD. So I know what a stimulant is when I take one. And I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. I hated it actually when I was on ADD. I liked the focus that it gave me, but I hated the change in personality. I hated all that. So when they tried to prescribe me that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like I've been on these. Like I need something that's gonna fix me metabolically. And so these are great. And creamy jalapeno. I just appreciate that you shared that tonight, and I'm glad that channels like this have been able to help you, get over that hurdle, because we have been fed a lot from not only the pharmaceutical industry, but you can even go to the pyramid scheme industry, if there's a name for that. Um, that have hawked like lots of different things over the years, and everything seems like a magic bullet. This fixed me. Mounjaro has fixed me metabolically. And even if I have to take it for the rest of my life, my metabolism, the wheels have come off metabolically for me. I had to have an intervention, and this has done it for me. Neen NC, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. She said that she started her meds on 2/14, so on Valentine's Day, with no symptoms. She's on Ozempic, 1 milligram. Today was the first day, and she had a symptom, nauseous all day. Okay, so that's, you're getting into the therapeutic doses of Ozempic, and it's not surprising that you have felt nauseous. There are some things, Neen, I don't know if you are in BJ Davis's Discord, but the best conversations about GLP-1s happen there. I would strongly recommend that you join BJ Davis's Discord. I believe there's a link in the description of this video. Please go over there and just share your experience. There's plenty of people who have been on Ozempic over there who have experienced nausea and probably have a great place to point you to. I think a lot of times nausea is felt. Nausea and fatigue kind of go hand in hand sometimes, and those are often felt because of you're losing weight, you're eating less. Replacing electrolytes a lot of times can go a long way. Also, B12 shots can help people, kind of get over that hump. So I hope you'll check that out. Sue said, same here, but I really believe this is genuinely different for the better. Yeah, Sue, 100%. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I probably didn't finish my thought out. Again, I'm ADD. But I probably didn't finish my thought out earlier. There have been a lot of stuff, quote unquote, fed literally and figuratively to people struggling with obesity, whether it be through big pharma or whether it be through, um, pyramid schemes, supplements, whatever you want to say. This is different. This is different. These GLP-1s, and part of what I try to do on this channel is educate, right? Because when the wheels fall off metabolically, and I'm probably getting on a more of a diabetic high horse right now, but when the wheels fall off metabolically, your liver's producing more sugar than it should be. Your pancreas is producing more insulin to try to keep the sugars down. The wheels have just come off. And it's very hard for a body to lose weight when you're producing mass amounts of insulin. It's a fact. And I needed a key to kind of unlock, what had been locked down by the wheels falling off metabolically. These GLP-1s have done that. Debbie said, it's helped my health issues so much. I haven't lost much weight, but I'm okay with that since my other issues are better. I'm so glad to hear that, Debbie. And Debbie, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've recognized that you've been here before. So thank you for contributing to the chat. Thank you for being here. I really hope that you'll subscribe to the channel and become part of the community here, because there's just so much that's shared here. It's just such a wonderful community. So thank you for being here. NC Neen said all those meds feel terrible. I 100% agree. I already kind of covered how I felt on them, but yeah, they're terrible. Hey, Michelle, welcome to the stream. Michelle is one of my moderators here on Man on the Mounjaro. Not only is she a moderator, she's a great friend of mine through this channel. So another plug for the community here. And we really got to know each other through the Discord, and then we got to meet in person a few weeks ago, which was super awesome. Creamy's been almost 3 months on Mounjaro, and the constipation is still bad, and I don't even care. Yeah, I mean, seriously, the trade-offs of these mild symptoms, it's fixing me. It's fixing, as Melissa often says, it's fixing my broken. So, oh yeah. And Sue YouTube also said, try Zofran for nausea. Not sure if you spelled that. I think you did. It might be an F. I think it actually is an F. Zofran, maybe not. But yeah, Zofran is how it's pronounced. And yeah, I remember my wife took that often during pregnancy and stuff like that. I think she did. I don't think I'm making that up. But yeah, Zofran is super helpful for nausea. It's a pharmaceutical option. So talk to your doctor about that. Yeah. Phenegrin too. He says, Creamy says, I wish Zofran was over the counter. Yeah. I don't think it's a very hard script to get a hold of. So definitely just talk to your doctor. I have heard through the again, we've got 2,300 people that watch this channel. I've heard many times of people who have taken Zofran to deal with that nausea. So I hope that that's helping you out. Folks, I really appreciate you joining the stream tonight. Again, if you are new here to the stream, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to I've seen some new names tonight. That I don't normally see on the stream, which really makes me excited. That's why I kind of like to pop on and do these live streams sometime other than Thursday nights. But if you're new here, Thursday nights we do a live stream every week at 9 p.m. Central, and it's like a show. It's like a talk show, and we have a great time. We cover news that's going on in the GLP-1 world. We have interviews of other influencers and YouTubers that are on Mounjaro, on Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutides. And it's just really a great time. So we'd love to have you there, but it's just awesome to be here with new folks. M. Shads, hey, you're on a live. Yeah, welcome. Glad that you're here. Melissa says she takes magnesium citrate every night to help with constipation. Yeah, strongly recommend a good healthy dose of magnesium to help with that. Potassium is really good too to help with feeling nauseous and lightheaded. Pushing the water is great. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, T Royal, welcome back. Haven't seen you for a while on the streams, so welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. If you're enjoying this live stream tonight, which is basically a takedown of the Why Experts Worry the Magic in New Weight Loss Medications Carries a Dark Side from Yahoo News that broke today. We ripped that apart earlier on in the stream. So yeah, Wambi, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining. Lots of folks here tonight that I haven't seen, and that's just super exciting. I would love it if you all would join us on Thursday nights for our Thursday night live, which is just a great time. Also, another quick plug for BJ Davis's Discord, where the best conversations, we start a lot of conversations here that are carried over to the Discord, BJ Davis's Discord. That is also linked in the description. So if you're having issues on GLP-1s, if you're having issues with, like we talked about from this article, when they tried to steer people away, nausea, constipation, as if somebody who's dealing with obesity or has been dealing with obesity for their entire life is not willing to put up with these kind of minor issues to beat their obesity. But if you're dealing with those issues, we all have to some degree, and we've all got our little ways to fight them. And BJ Davis's Discord is great for that, because whatever medicine you're on, somebody there's been on it too. And so it's just great. Great to carry those conversations over there. So yeah, appreciate you, T. Wambi, welcome to the stream. You said your doctor lowered your cholesterol and blood pressure meds. You're losing your hair like crazy, but still grateful for Mounjaro. Wambi, I don't know if you are a male or a female. Hey, Sue, you give away. So, I don't know. So Sue gave away a membership. Apparently, I only see that when I pull open my actual YouTube, because I stream from something called StreamYard, which is excellent, but it doesn't show me any of that. So unless I open up the live stream on YouTube and have it on my other screen over here, I don't see when that kind of stuff happens. But I might get some feedback here if I don't mute it right away. There we go. Sorry, I usually shout that stuff out because I see it over here, but yeah, I hope that somebody gets that membership. Thank you for gifting a membership. So we'll talk for a little bit about memberships on the stream and what that means. So I've been doing this for about close to 5 months, 4 or 5 months here. One of the things that helps me continue to do these videos is those who choose to become members for $2.99 a month get access to personal information about my own journey, early access to videos, some private live chats that we don't do on the front end of the stream. And I hope that those of you, if you're a member here, can you put some of the emojis in the chat too? We have custom emojis for these live streams that are kind of fun to use as well. So yeah, if you want to become a member, you can do that. And there is a link in the description of this video, and you can do that as well. But yeah, so hopefully somebody gets that membership. Typically it says somebody. So one of the things that I have learned, Sue, is that within everybody, so somebody randomly, when somebody gifts a membership in the stream, the people that are in the stream have to not be members. You have to have somebody who's not a member, but they also have to have enabled the ability to accept gifts. And then it just kind of does it automatically. So there's no action that I can really take on my part if there isn't anybody in the stream that hasn't enabled that. But I hope, Sue, I hope that somebody gets that. So yeah, thank you very much. So we are 31 minutes into a stream that I kind of planned on being a 10 or 15-minute deal. But I appreciate everybody who's joining, and it's really fun to do these on a night that we don't normally do these, to get some new folks, some fresh blood into the stream. Man on the Mounjaro here. We've been doing this for, like I said, about 5 months, and we've got a live stream that we do on every Thursday night. And so I'm on Mounjaro. If you don't know anything about me, man on the Mounjaro. So I've been on Mounjaro. I'm about 35 pounds down in about, what was it, guys? 4 or 5 months. I can't even remember now. And then on the Thursday night, my cousin Chrissy joins me, and we do a little thing at the end. We've got kind of a challenge going of who can lose the most weight. We started about the same weight when we started our challenge. She's on Wegovy. So some of you are not users of Mounjaro, but you're using Wegovy, or you're using um, Ozempic, and there's something here for all of you. So I see that Debbie Patoska was gifted the membership by Sue YouTube, so that was a sign, and I'm thrilled to have that. So thank you, Sue, and welcome Debbie to the membership side of Man on the Mounjaro. So yeah, thank you very, very, very much. Neen says thank you for the live stream. I hope you had fun with your wife at the gala. So yeah, I had a blast. So I was kind of talking about how I was, quote unquote, grinding my gears about this article, which we covered it within the first probably 20 to 25 minutes of this stream, and the rest we've just kind of been wrapping here. But you know, I get frustrated when I read articles like this, but the one thing that I would like to share with all of you, and just to be very, very clear with all of you, is it is very hard to be angry about anything at all when your wife looks like this. I mean, I haven't got her to, she's a little bit less, um, you know, fan of the camera than I am, but you cannot be mad about anything when your wife looks like that. Can I get an amen? Can I get it in the chat? Like, look at her. She's just stunning. And people say this, but she just every year she just gets hotter and hotter. And she is not only my wife, but she is the mother, the loving mother to my 4 kids that we have together. And she's just wonderful. Creamy Jalapeno said, "Hot damn." I agree. She's just stunning. She is the wind in my sail. She's my supporter, my partner, and a fun fact about my wife and I is that we met in high school. So Jenny and I met in high school. She actually had a boyfriend before me who died of cancer. And I want to say he was about 14 years old, and she maybe was 15 at the time. And I remember feeling, we're getting real deep tonight. I remember feeling just such a deep, deep sadness for her. And so we got to know each other really well over that time, because I would write her letters, and that was very early on in high school for me. She's a year behind me, and I live, guys, I literally spent the 4 years of high school, well, 3, 4 years of my high school, writing the most elaborate letters, creating the most elaborate art in every class. My sole focus in life was to woo this woman. And so that's how I spent my high school. So my academics were not so great, but I bagged the perfect woman, and we ended up getting married. Let's see, I graduated high school in '03. We were married in '08, and yeah, so we built a wonderful life together. She's been very supportive of this channel. Um, yeah, like I said, she's just the wind in my sail, and so yeah, she's stunning. She's gorgeous. She's everything. And oh yeah, I was able to tuck a shirt in. Um, if you're a dude and you are obese, I don't know. Like I carry all, like from here, like I don't look that heavy, but I carry it all. I mean, as you can see, kind of over there in my belly, and it's shrinking. It's shrinking, and it is. I was able to tuck a shirt in, so that was super awesome. I do want to say hi. I do want to. So I'll stop it with the sappy love stuff. Um, I was able to. Um, sorry, sorry. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. I was able to kind of see who was commenting as I was talking there, and I see Jess in process, and I just want to say, hey, Jess, because I haven't seen an update from you in a while. I think Michelle checked up on you a while back, and she kind of gave me an update. It's good to see you in the chat again, and I can't wait to see a video update from you. I hope you're doing well. Jess in process, if you have not checked out her videos on her Mounjaro journey, and we got to do an interview. It's probably been a month and a half or so, but Jess is great. So it's good to see you back. Also want to say hi to some other names that I see in the stream. Vanessa, I don't think I said hi to you. I hadn't seen you yet. And I agree. My wife is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And yeah, she's awesome. Carlos and Jennifer Ribas became a new member. That is way exciting. Welcome to the channel. It is so exciting to have new members join the channel. Again, for $2.99 a month, you can join Man on the Mounjaro and become a channel member where you get a little bit more access to my personal life and early access to videos and some private chats that we do as well. So welcome. Thank you for joining. Folks, I am going to call it a stream tonight. This went about 20 minutes longer than I intended to. Jess, I'm glad to hear that an update is coming soon. And I did hear that your son was home from the Air Force. So first of all, thank you to your son for his service to our country. Thank you very much. As a mom, I don't know that there's a bigger sacrifice that you could have than having a kid in the military. And so thank you also for giving your sons service to our country and all the sleepless nights you probably have. So thank you all for joining the stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for those who became a member. Thank you, Sue, for gifting a membership. Thank you for hanging on during my rant tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you hopefully Thursday night, 9 p.m. Can't wait to see you. Until then, I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will see you then.